Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CSTV. I'm your host, Kathleen Igalto, so Madam CS, and this is The Strike. Stay tuned and have it all. And so, The Strike, today we are going to look at Farouk kibet. He's one of the names that have been hitting the Kenyan headlines in the political rallies, in political interviews. You know, Farouk kibet has been a name that actually you cannot afford to talk about because is being spoken everywhere. Be it Rigathi Gachagua, be it the members of parliament and the leaders from the Kenya Kwanza government, be it the leaders in opposition. And this, brings the question, who is this man, Farouk kibet? And perhaps you may wonder, where is this one coming actually from? So here is the tip.
I don't fight anybody. He says that I was fighting Farouk kibet. Farouk kibet is not a small man. He is a co-president in this country. Farouk kibet runs the government. Everybody reports to him. The Inspector General of Police, the head of public service, cabinet ministers. William Ruto issues instructions to cabinet ministers through Farouk kibet. Ministers tremble at his very sight. So, Farouk kibet wanted to give instructions to Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua was elected by the people of Kenya alongside William Ruto. There is no way I would have allowed Farouk kibet to give instructions to me. And let me tell you, Rogers, Farouk kibet was trying to run my office, make appointments for people to come and see me. And initially, I thought it's okay, maybe that's how William Ruto wants us to work.
So in this video, actually, we see the deputy president is saying that Farouk kibet is a co-president to President Ruto in Kenya as at the moment. And this comes after President Ruto, during his tour of the mountain, did a video, an interview. And in this interview, he did say that actually the deputy president, the former deputy president, was always fighting with Farouk kibet. Yes, the tip.
Next, baada ya wiki moja, Farouk PA, mtu mdogo, amefanya. Haya, naita Farouk, nafanya kesi. Tukamaliza hiyo. Kidogo.
Now, these two videos actually are going to form the genesis of our discussion today. However, before we dive in, if you are new to this channel, welcome home, karibu nyumbani. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment on our videos so that the next time we are going to upload a video, YouTube will automatically notify you. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. Kindly remember to like, share, and comment on our videos. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. So, Farouk kibet is one of the people who have, or it's one of the names that we have heard a lot in the mainstream media, in the political rallies, in interviews, etc. And many times, what is being spoken about him actually, it's not that much positive, except for the first few months when actually Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto had not done what? Had not, differed. So, apparently, Farouk kibet is one of President Ruto's long political friends, right from the 1990s when President Ruto was entering the KANU Youth Wingers. So, he's been like a very close person to President Ruto since the 1990s. And when President Ruto took over the government, actually, he became the PA. He was a PA that even the former deputy president, that is Rigathi Gachagua, wanted to have. Here's the tip.
Niseme ukweli, kwa ushindi wa William Ruto na sisi, alichangia kiasi kikubwa sana. Kwa sababu tulisema hatupangwingwi, lakini tulipatia Farouk kibet nafasi atupange. Hata nilikuwa nimemwambia Rais Ruto aniwachie yeye apange mambo yangu, akaniruka. Akasema anahitaji yeye nitafute yangu na mimi natafuta. Lakini nimemwambia Farouk nikitafuta yangu atanifanyia training 6 months.
But you also realize that this Farouk kibet does not have an office. This is the tip.
Ofisi ya Farouk ni penye Farouk ako.
But at the same time, it's not only the deputy president who is talking, the former deputy president who is talking about Farouk kibet being a very powerful person. Ndindi Nyolo sometimes back while talking about Farouk kibet, I think it was during the homecoming ceremony or something, he did say that Farouk kibet's office is actually at the president's office. Now, you understand the man we are talking about. This is the tip.
Mimi naona ofisi ya Farouk hata ni ile ya rais wetu wa Kenya.
Now, you understand the man that we are talking about here. Farouk Kibet, a man who is the PA to the president. And so many allegations have come actually from different politicians that, you know, intimidate the politicians. You know, there's a time actually the deputy president did say that he intimidates politicians, and he actually intimidated him. You know, he doesn't care whether you are the deputy president or who you are to the president. If he says you are not meeting the president, you are not meeting the president. And the president actually can do nothing about it, according to Rigathi Gachagua. And this raises the question, how powerful is Farouk Kibet? Allow me to tell you one thing, that behind every powerful and successful politician, there must be a very powerful, invisible person. And I think during President Moi, it was the total man, the what? And now, Farouk Kibet is like the total man of Ruto. If we said you are not meeting Ruto, you are not meeting him. Many of them fear him because he's not the kind that actually, you know, is not that gentle. We have had allegations, people are alleging that he has actually slapped somebody, you know. We have seen videos going around that he's removed some ministers from the red carpet. He doesn't even care whether you are a minister or not. As to whether those videos actually are true or calligraphed, it paints the picture of the person that people are talking about here. And we have also seen cases whereby even the bloggers themselves, for example, Melfi Kaoko, there's a time we say that if there's one person when she met, she trembled like nobody's business, is Farouk Kibet. It tells you one thing, this man actually is not a joke. But for me, it's how this man changes from being a bad person, a good person, to a bad person. When they were doing their campaigns in 2022, actually, they had said they were pangwingwi. But the deputy president, that is the former deputy president, did admit that for Farouk Kibet, they allowed him kuwapanga, and that he played a very big role in their win. The question is, what is this that Farouk Kibet did that they won the elections? Perhaps Wamnyoro needs another interview to tell us more about this, you know. And number two, they also admit that he also admits that Farouk Kibet anapanga kila mtu vizuri, you know, even the way they are supposed to speak. So the question is, has Farouk Kibet held any political office in this country? Has Farouk Kibet acted as an administrator or somewhere in this country? What is his level of education? You know, what is his specialization that he can even be given the opportunity to panga the politicians and they listen what to say, you know, and they listen. For me, from where I stand, actually, Farouk Kibet could be a very, very powerful person. And for me, it is how the president and some leaders are actually supporting him, and you know, they are like protecting him. A good example is the CS Interior. Look here, he's saying that Farouk Kibet actually is a very is a person who works. He doesn't have an office, but when his office is where he works, so we wonder what is his work. And then number two, you also get to know that the way the president was saying that Farouk Kibet ni kichana mdogo, that the deputy president was fighting. I don't think that the president, his PA, is a kichana mdogo or is somebody that small. I think the power that Farouk Kibet hosts is so much, and it can be compared to the power that Pivot had. And from where I stand, actually, maybe most politicians who are in the government may not talk about this maybe at the moment that, you know, is such a powerful person, because they may fear maybe being suspended or apprehended, all those things. But as time goes by, we are getting to know who's Farouk Kibet. Those are my opinions though. What are your opinions? Let me get them in the comment section below. Kindly remember to like, share, and comment on our videos. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.